Call the meeting of the Tarpon Springs Board of Adjustments to order. We'll have a roll call, please.
Mr. Delgado?
Here.
Mr. Fran?
Here.
Mr. Cole?
Present.
Mr. Hassett?
Here.
Mr. Darby? And Chairman King.
We'll dispense with the minutes this meeting. This is a quasi-judicial meeting, and everybody would like to speak tonight will have to be sworn in. So anybody that wants to speak, please stand up and hold up your right hand. Nobody? Not even the applicant? Wait. Are you the applicant? Oh, okay.
I have a question, Mr. Chairman. The staff, the applicant is not here?
That's correct. He was notified. I talked to him actually on the 18th and reminded him when he dropped off the boundary survey, so he should be here tonight.
Okay. You have nobody to speak tonight. So, let's do item number 1, application 1367, a variance for to allow a non-conforming lot of record. You want to?
Yes, I'll go through the staff report, Mr. Chairman. The applicant is requesting a variance to the minimum lot area requirement for a vacant lot on North Florida Avenue. The property is in the R100 zoning district, and you see in your staff report that the minimum lot area required in this district is 10,000 square feet. The property is legally described as Lot 1, Block 5 of the Sunset Hills Second Edition subdivision. The proposal is to allow a home to be constructed on this particular lot, where the minimum lot area is only 9,000 square feet. As you may recall, we on the Board of Adjustment have dealt with this issue for a number of years, and essentially what has happened is we have a very old city. A lot of our plats go back to the early 1900s, and over time, with the adoption of the R100 zoning district and its application on the western part of town, it made several properties non-conforming, meaning that the zoning required a larger lot than what it was originally platted as. In this particular instance, the applicant owns the lot there at the southeast corner of Riverview Drive and North Florida Avenue. He desires to sell the lot, but he can't sell a piece of unbuildable property. As it sits right now, it is unbuildable because it doesn't have the minimum 10,000 square feet that's required. The lot has not been altered from its original configuration. You'll see that the lot is 75 feet wide, which meets the minimum requirements in the R100 district. It has 120 feet of depth, which exceeds, there's the applicant now, which exceeds the minimum 100-foot lot depth requirement in the R100 district. It is only 1,000 square feet deficient as far as lot area. TRC discussed, our Technical Review Committee discussed this application at the September 26th meeting and had no objections to the request. As far as the review criteria, they're pretty simple and straightforward. Criteria 1 deals with the fact that is this subject property at least one entire lot of record on the effective date of this code, and you'll see that this, as I stated before, property was platted in the early 1900s. In its current configuration, having 75 feet of lot width, 120 feet of depth, and 9,000 square feet of lot area. Those dimensions have not changed since it was originally platted back in the early 1900s. Criteria 2 deals with whether or not the lot was created in violation of a previous zoning ordinance, and we have determined that it had not been created in violation of any previous zoning ordinance. Criteria 3 asks the question of whether or not the neighboring lot under common ownership was required in order for the adjacent home to be constructed to meet the applicable setbacks. The home at 1037 Ancoat Drive, which is to the east of the subject property, has a rear setback of 30.3 feet along that western property line, and that is compliant with the code. As you can see, the minimum setbacks in the R100 district is 30 feet. And we determined that the neighboring lot is not required for the home to meet the minimum setback requirements. We have properly noticed the application, including a placard, a mailed notice, and notice in the Tampa Bay Times. We have received several calls about the application, but once I was able to explain the nature of the request to those who called, they did not have any objections to the variance. It is our professional opinion that the applicant has met all the review criteria, and our recommendation is to approve the request to reduce the minimum lot area to 9,000 square feet for Lot 1, Block 5 of the Sunset Hills Subdivision, 2nd Edition. You'll see in your backup that I have taken a photograph of the property. It shows that it's overgrown and currently vacant. You have a location map showing the general location of the property. You have an aerial photograph. You have a zoning map. You have a copy of the future land use plan map, as well as a copy of the original subdivision plat for the Sunset Hills subdivision. That if you look really close at the lower right-hand corner, you'll see that it was platted on January 15th of 1926. And then you have Ordinance 2012-09, which was passed here in the last year or so that allowed for the issuance of these types of variances. Are there any questions?
Anybody have any questions to the staff? Nobody spoke. Sir, if you'd like to ask a question or speak, you're perfectly welcome to. But you have to be sworn in first. Simple process. Stand up, and the secretary, you will do it.
I don't have to.
I'll
You do it, Ron Hill. So just stand up and hold your right hand.
And I think the applicant is about to stand as well. He's behind. He just walked in.
You the applicant? Yes.
Do you solemnly affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? Okay.
Okay.
I think you'll have to come up to the podium and give your name and address for the record.
Okay. My concern is...
sir, we need your name and address.
Okay. My name is Chris Zaborianos. I'm at 1037 Uncle Drive. And my concern is that I heard about how do you get 10,000 square feet out of 9?
If you were listening closely, what I was explaining was the minimum requirements for buildable property in the zoning district. You live to the east of this property,
right.
And according to our information, your property is 75 feet wide by 118 and less than 10,000 square feet as well. What we are discussing tonight is the fact that if your property doesn't have enough lot width, lot depth, or lot area, and you still want to build a house, there's a mechanism that would allow you to do that. That's what this person is doing now. Mr. Kiriakou is here to ask for a variance to the lot area requirement because right now his property does not have 10,000 square feet of lot area. It only has 9,000 square feet. The Board of Adjustment is authorized to waive or reduce that requirement if the criteria is met.
Because I built my house already on this property.
Yes.
So I had less, right?
Yes.
Because he has 2 more feet. It's 120,
and you have
compared to mine 110.
Right.
So, will anything be against me by doing that, or
no? This
is not going to change my
no
backyard?
impact on you. No.
Okay, that's what I was concerned. No changes in my backyard. I need all my backyard.
Right.
Okay, that's it. Thank you.
Thank you. Would the applicant desire to say anything to the board? Okay.
Well, if nothing more, you might want to come forward to the podium, state your name and address for the record, and accept the the information provided by staff. You wouldn't necessarily have to give a statement or comment.
You don't have to make a speech. You just come up there and tell us who you are. No, you don't need a speech.
Nah, you don't have to do that.
Yes, hello, my name is Charles Kiriakou, and as one of the owners of the property in question, I just wanted to make sure it's in compliance and in conformance with the City of Tarpon Springs, so I'm able to do something with the property.
Does anybody on the board have any questions for the applicant?
Yes, to the gentleman who spoke first, there is not going to be, from what I am reviewing here, a negative impact on your property, in that the new property owner here in question tonight will have to build according to the required setbacks, and so that will not be any negative impacts on your property. Should not.
Okay. Is there any other questions to staff or the applicant? Okay, well, we call for a motion. Good.
Motion to approve?
I so second.
Okay, we have a motion to approve application 1367, and we have a second. I call for a vote.
Mr. Delgado?
Yes.
Mr. Fran?
Yes.
Mr. Cole?
Yes.
Mr. Hassick?
Yes. Okay. It's been approved. You're good to go. Thank you very much. Next thing on the agenda is staff comments or board comments.
I just wanted to take the opportunity to welcome Mr. Delgado here formally to the Board of Adjustment. He was appointed to the board by the City Commission at last week's meeting. He replaces Mr. Pavlu. So again, just wanted to welcome him to the board, and hopefully you enjoy your time with us.
Thank you.
Anybody have any comments? Staff comments? This is like a complaint session, or vice versa, or nice comments about the staff, or whatever you want to talk about the meeting, or questions about procedures.
No, nothing to complain about, and no questions as of right now. I mean, Rodney has been outstanding, sent me a lot of information. I reviewed it, and now I got the code with me. So as the meetings go by, if I have any questions, I'll be sure to ask.
Okay. Well, if there's no other comments, we're going to adjourn.